allows you inside the ring and outside the ring with all my connections. With all my connections, I can have this crowd and everyone around the world forever chanting, Oba. Well, clearly, I don't need you to get them chanting my name. But let me humor you for 1 second. Let's get a third-party opinion. Who are you? You want to join forces with the Miz? Will we become the awesome rulers? Mike, you're dying tonight.
Well, I guess the awesome rulers
You know what? We can use this as a teaching moment right here, right now, for you and everybody else. I'm going to teach you the lesson on how to be the bigger man and walk away.
Oh, you're coming now, Miz. Yeah, how's that zone in working out?
Oh, that is no way to treat this generation's Undertaker, The Miz.
Overcoming. Miz is now fighting for his life, but make no mistake, Miz has got it done in the past. Or may well pull off the all-time shot. No, he does. We got to never say that he's busy. That body shot. And now, here come all the running elbows with 310 pounds of explosive force.
Oh, Miz moves. Nice, Miz.
Oh, skull crushing finale. No, locked up by Oma.
Anakurushanga mbali kama mahindi bro. Ban.
Freak of nature with unlimited power and the fall from grace.
Kana kuanga weak. Sijui kafanyaje mazoezi ama.
Domo ndo mingi.
Then more minutes. Then more.
Imagine tiketi za August 1st na 2nd zinauzwa Mei. Aka pia kanapenda vibe. Pia kanapenda vibe. Angalia wenye kako lakini kanapigwanga haraka.
Auto kuna noma. Hizo wanakuanga wanoma, sio data.
Peke yake. Kanapenda kupitia kwa mashabiki. Vibe.
Jey Uso.
hata akana KG. Kako tu akananga KG.
It's a long way to the field from where Jey Uso started. Making his way to the
Kanapenda kuvibe lakini kakifika ndani kanapigwa haraka. Angalia venye kana vibe. Yeah.
Sisi, rudisha hii chai kwa sufuria. Takunywa baadaye.
You know what that gives us by osmosis? We've got 24 hours worth of cool points now. Rock James, so we cannot mess things up.
I might recall he's great barrel and Clemmeyer. Spanish and out team as well. Marcelo Rodriguez, Jerry Soto, trying to eat. Good job, filling it up.
Oh, you can practice it, huh? Yep. Let me hear some of your Cardi B rapping. That's what I really want to know.
No, that'd be later on tonight at the bar.
They're going to pay extra for that. I like that idea.
It's Thursday night for Jey Uso tonight. You heard Paul Heyman gaslighting Jey Uso on Raw this Monday, questioning why he would ever go back to teaming with his cousin Roman Reigns after an abusive relationship between Reigns and Uso for so many years within the bloodline. Jey Uso said, hey, I went out, made it on my own, became a world champ. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm ready to go and team with Roman tonight.
Yeah, and I got to agree with Jey Uso on that. For years and years, he was in the shadow of his cousin, Roman Reigns. Who would not be? But now, with Jey Uso, albeit former World Heavyweight Champion, this man is proven and he can stand shoulder to shoulder with his cousin.
Kanapenda vibe. Kanakaa kama Romain. Wanakuanga makazi. Ndio Romain. OTC. Wamesha advertise jina yake bro.
only a human being, but that is the epitome of effortless, ice-cold confidence. And boy, oh boy, has Roman Reigns earned that over the past
Kainui mkono.
in WWE.
Jey Uso, very successful this SummerSlam as well, only one loss in his career. A number of tag team victories over the years for the former world champion, the former intercontinental champion, and the former 9-time tag team champion.
Hao wanakuja kusaidia nani? Wamepewa kiatu ya nani sasa?
Timu wanakuja kupigana na Roman Reigns.
So wanakuanga kundi moja.
Kicks in the ring tonight. That is because the sneakers around the neck of Big Bronson Reed belong to Roman Reigns. This past Monday night on Raw, Braun Breaker was speared Reigns and Uso through the barricade, and then like a high school bully, Bronson Reed ripped the sneakers off of Reigns.
Hiyo kwani hiyo kiatu ni advertisement.
He now calls himself the Tribal Thief. He calls the sneakers around the neck the Shula Fala.
Asha change nani ama nini wote. Huyu jamaa huwa
anakuanga na watu huku anakuwa si free agent.
Analipwa kulingana na venye ameitwa.
Yeye mwenyewe mali anaitwa ni nani? Wala kuoga mchana unakuja kuwest hapa gas usiku. Wewe upate tena. Taoga maji moto bure bila kustahili. Utoe ngozi kama kuku.
You want to run this place, take down Jey Uso, take down Roman Reigns. Then the kingdom is yours.
Braun Breaker is 1-0 in SummerSlam. He beat Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship here last year. Bronson Reed is yet to win at this event. An opportunity tonight, bell ring from our senior official Chad Patton, and we are underway. And Reed and Breaker exchange blows, and I just told you what.
Wote wameweka kwa ring.
Reed, Breaker, and Uso.
After what we saw on Raw this past week with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso getting completely laid out by this duo, obviously there was going to be some punishment, some consequences right off the bat. Here we are.
I think we were all shocked up with the damage that Reed and Breaker did to these two on Monday. The tsunamis from Reed, of course, the spear we mentioned from Braun Breaker, and Roman Reigns and Jey Uso hold the ring early on in this matchup.
And Reed are, however, to do it against opponents the caliber of Roman Reigns and Jey Uso was simply startling. The bar has been raised.
Well, I think it's startling the fact that these two are actually in the ring together as a team. Everything they've come through in their career over the past number of years. And Jey Uso wants an encore. He wants to run it back. Get up, Cole. Why are you yelling at you? And all Roman Reigns is doing is barking and handing out here. Meanwhile, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed spoil the party.
Well, who had the rookie error here? It was the veteran.
Went up, and Jey Uso watching himself off the top.
Boli shaanza.
Tuweke.
Lakini
Ndio hii.
simu yangu ingine.
By Bronson Reed with a 330-pound off
Connect one again.
Squares off the breaker.
Kwa vile Arsenal wanabeba kikombe.
The big right hand.
Kushinda hii kisha.
And breaker. So fast.
Big speed check right there, 23 miles an hour.
Akishinda hii kikombe imeenda.
Hawatashinda. Wakishinda hiyo wanatangaza washindi.
Hapana, si kutakuwa imebaki game moja.
Hii Premier League watafight mpaka siku ya mwisho. Premier League watafight mpaka siku ya mwisho. Unaendanga wapi? Na kunanyesha nje. No.
Surprised though, I really am. That is a big shock.
Arsenal wako home.
Given the
Dani kama Burnley atatoka. Tuweko over 2.5 acha.
Wako home.
Acha nione maliza hii game naona over 2.5 kuna pesa ngapi. Haina moto.
Kwani umenyang'anya tatu?
Nataka kuona over 2.5 kuna pesa ngapi. Uko na hii hapa app ya Kinderlink. Kinderlink uko na? Unatumianga nini kulink?
Ni yenyewe tunajilink. Cast kwani cast pia una perform. Phone ziko na cast. Okay, uko on bora ni na cast yenyewe.
Very deep between the two centre-backs. To play for the pride, but wrestling pride can be a stubborn, powerful thing.
No fear as well, Connor. You kind of forget that they've got nothing on the line, have they? So it takes that out of the equation for Burnley. Sometimes you produce, you get stuck in that kind of mind frame. Work these areas tonight, Arsenal, as best they can. A clear foul there on Eze, but got to get the better of those 1v1 situations and draw midfield players out to the wide areas, create little spaces.
I'm going to be dangerous.
Hopefully create some opportunities to score.
Ni nani wanapiga?
Set pieces have been so fruitful for Arsenal all season. Played in by Declan Rice. Rice with a punch. Florentino's header. Mosquera. Calafiori jumping with Walker. Gabriel tries the punch shot. He's used to scoring with his forward, isn't he? Gabriel, top scoring defender in the Premier League over the last 6 seasons. Shades of the past when the likes of Tony Adams would pop up with big winning goals in a title run in for Arsenal. Our centre-backs would love to chip in and help happen to the goal-scoring department tonight.
All I can picture is that left foot half volley from Tony Adams against Everton at home. Wow, what a goal that was. He didn't score too many like that, but that was a moment.
That's the sort of memory that Arsenal want to make again.
Bunga! Ay! Hapo ndo la mala kutisha mapema.
I think Arsenal almost want Burnley to come out in these situations, have the ball, have a pop off.
Lovely turn from Eze.
Wanataka kunyang'anywa ligi mapema.
And out it goes for Arsenal.
Acha ifike na 15.
Has pushed Fleming here off the ball. The Belgian famously was sent off against Manchester last season in the first half of the game. What's he done here? What has Leandro Trossard done here?
I've got to keep his cool. These are moments that could be
Nazapewa red.
seriously damaging. It's a real lack of concentration. I think Fleming has started the game in a way where he's just going after people. He's already left a little bit on Saliba. This one here is a recovery run into that situation. He wins the ball, but he takes a good bit of Eze as well. And then just comes to it with Trossard, doesn't need to react to that. It's not a bad tackle, wins the ball. It's very fortunate.
Well, these sides met last season. Arsenal finished the game with 10 men. Fabio Vieira was sent off. Arsenal still won the game 3-1. Last time they met, I should say. But Trossard for the night with the stakes this high.
Yeah.
But there was no need for that.
No, it's just like a little warning, isn't it? Keep your cool. Don't need to do anything silly.
Havertz to Odegaard. This is where he loves to be. Saka turning, twisting.
Saka amebura.
Kona. Defender ameitoa.
Yeah, he certainly looks sharper. Saka, as the games go by from that layoff, he just looks better. Chopping and changing, right to left, wants to get the shot off early.
Goals have begun to flow again recently for Bukayo Saka. Busy at the back post, as it tends to be for Arsenal corners. Now, what have they got up the sleeve here? Eze, Odegaard, Trossard. Arsenal playing the angle to Havertz.
Ai,
Straight out for the goal kick.
hawa anatafuta bao mapema aja.
Corner kick routine. And Kai Havertz will be disappointed not to put that on target.
Well, they do spend a bit of time on set plays, don't they, Arsenal? They work it really well. I think it's going along. It's a very different routine. It's totally choreographed into this situation. When he gets his head up, Trossard, I'm not sure he means that pass.
Unacheza hapo
forwards.
je?
He just wraps it across.
And
It's
anamalizia.
the first touch and it's spot on. I think that just nicks off Fleming's knee, doesn't it? Should be a corner.
Mosquera. Gabriel. Looking for Trossard. Eze. Crosses with Calafiori outside. He's got an eye for goal here. Trossard off the post. Kyle Walker clears. Arsenal within a whisker of taking the lead.
It's almost as if the crowd were just goading him on to have a shot there. And he certainly obliged. It was a fantastic hit, inches away.
Leandro Trossard, who scored home and away against Burnley last season. Ibn Shakur. Little snap it to by Bukayo Saka. And that'll be a free kick to Burnley, but we've got to look at this again.
That's lovely the way he just steps inside. That pass there from Ez is brilliantly. One touch, straight into
Shouldn't
it,
kick
creates
it.
the space, and he hits it so clean.
There's a game
There's a
ban.
little touch maybe. This is a great angle, no, straight
Well,
off the
game
post.
will win, man.
Goalkeeper on the way back through.
Leandro Trossard scored against West Ham last
Oh,
time.
Paranya.
Ended in
Para nani aliniambia na maneno Paranya. Oh, ilikuwa huko kwa list.
would have really calmed
Huyo
the
jamaa
nerves
huyo
of
anaitanga
Mikel Arteta tonight.
kufuta upara.
Dowie there
Ndio.
to play at Trossard, who's kind of grown into this football club, hasn't he? I don't think when he signed, I don't think anyone realised that he was going to be out and out number one in this position, but he's having a great night this evening so
Here he
far.
goes again. Trossard looking for Havertz. Oh, poor clearance. Is it?
Ai. Sasa kanaiacha kwa nini?
Too forced for the pass. But no doubt Arsenal are hitting their stride now.
Yeah, the spaces are starting to open up. It's been a cagey opening 15 minutes, hasn't it? No one really taking control of the game. Arsenal having lots of possession, but Eze there, just a little bit of a hurried pass, too heavy.
This is Arsenal's final home game of the season. Only once in the last 28 Premier League campaigns have Arsenal been beaten in their last home game of any season. Gabriel. Walker in firmly but fairly on Trossard. This is Hannibal. Good search that. Lucas Perez going to try and keep it alive. Good anticipation by Mosquera, but run back by Anthony, and it's still in play. Jadon Anthony. Blocked by Declan Rice and cleared by Saka. Esteve deals with Havertz. Burnley know tonight they can't just sit back and absorb. Got to try and ask a few questions of their own. As we said, that a team with nothing to lose can often be a very dangerous opponent.
I don't think they want to sit back and absorb it. I mean, I don't think they have a choice some of the time. The kind of possession that Arsenal are having, you're going to have to sit on the edge of your own box, but they want to come out and have a pop for sure. Certainly this guy Fleming, he's really started the game with a lot of aggression, really getting after the ball, making challenges, trying to make life difficult for Arsenal.
Simon Fleming, who has won many admirers this season in the top flight. Difficult to get double figures for goals when you're playing for a team in the relegation zone.
It's a tough achievement, really, isn't it? I think he's playing this game like he has something to prove. I think he wants to let people know he's a good player. He's really putting himself about.
Odegaard. Space for Gabriel. Minutes are flying by. 19 on the big stadium clock. This is Eze. Odegaard. Saka.
Arsenal wanafunga.
Has flown to this movement just too high for Kai Havertz.
Saka anatafuta bao.
Trossard maybe was just steaming into that back post there as he floats that little cross. He's finding the avenue, Saka. He's creating the space to get the cross in, or the shot off.
Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli looking up the sidelines. Gabriel Jesus has got 3 Premier League goals against Burnley in the past. The other of us is Gabriel's in the starting 11 tonight. Anthony leans into the scare. The referee has held up play with the defender holding his face.
I think just maybe a flailing arm here from Anthony, just catches Mosquera as he stoops to head the ball. But if a goal does go in for Arsenal, Connor, this place is poised to go off, isn't it? I mean, I arrived 2.5 hours before kick-off and could barely get near the place. There were Arsenal supporters everywhere. It's got that real feel to it.
Arsenal fans who have waited so long for nights like this, nights that can put them on the precipice. Saliba. The longer it stays 0-0, of course, that tension is only going to grow and grow. As Perez clearance goes straight to Eze. Fiore to Odegaard. It's a difficult one for Saka to receive, but Calafiori picks up the pieces.
Kwani hata na wako kwa mazoezi ama nini?
So much of Fleming's work's going to have to be off the ball this evening. He's got to do a real job for his team.
Instead. His 50th Premier League appearance tonight. It's also his 100th game for Burnley in all competitions. Saliba. Gives it back to the scale. Some have already enjoyed 14 Premier League home wins this evening of the season. Oh, they would love another this evening. Florentino is not a good pass towards Perez.
Saka kataka kufunga tena.
Havertz. Odegaard. What a return pass. Oh, such a clever ball. Didn't quite into the curve for Arsenal.
Havertz as well, didn't it? It was that clever, this pass. Look at the disguise, looked like he's going to shape it into the far corner, and just that little reverse. Havertz's run couldn't quite be adjusted, but he's a little magician, Odegaard, when he's in and around the box. He really is. He loves those little boxes on the corner of the 18-yard box. That's when Arsenal are at their best, when they're popping it between Saka, Rice, him, whoever's playing centre forward. They get great movement and runs off of it as well.
Okay, Arteta playing ball boy. He has built this team brick by brick. Now space for Cathfield. Immediately to Preston. Midway through the first half now. Trossard. Headed down by Delanzini. Tell them trust on some teammates and for Odegaard. Constantly want to get the ball to the number 8. Good work from Hannibal. Now Fleming. Sound available. Good positioning from Gabriel.
Great recovery from Trossard as well. Saw the danger and dropped in to pick up the loose ball.
Mosquera. Gabriel. Double weights there. The referee wants a word with Hannibal Nedwick.
Gabriel not happy, is he? He's very late. Passes the ball well off and just leaves that right leg in. Bumps into the floor. Referee having a chat with him. I don't think it's going to be anything more than that.
Former Manchester United player Hannibal Nedwick. Tonight his 26th Premier League appearance of this season. Gets away with out a card for that. Options both sides for Rice. This is Eze. Trossard. It's the experience trying to walk in. Burnley's defence takes the opportunity to step out. Gabriel. Saliba. Eze. Saka. Can he get the angle? Three immediately swarming around Bukayo Saka there.
Burnley defended really well, getting after the ball.
Rice looking for Saka. Oh, what a piece of defending that was. Lucas Perez. Sure we'll get a look at that.
Yeah.
Touch in a moment, but down the other end. Lam Chowder. Hannibal.
Maliza.
Ah, fuck. Hata angepeana hapa nyuma.
That's a nice tackle.
Angepeana hapa nyuma.
Hiyo ndio ilikuwa rahisi.
Numbers forward, and there's the piece of defending. Little back heel after the touch in the box. Bit of class there from Perez, but from there they really do get runners forward, and Hannibal arriving at the far, and it's Declan Rice so
Ilikuwa
responsible.
mduki mzuri.
Drops in the hole and
Ingepata kipa
that's the
angeona.
danger, but that is the threat, isn't it? You can have the ball as much as you want. You get hit on the counter and go 1-0 down, it really will change the atmosphere inside here completely.
Hannibal has only scored one Premier League goal this season. He scored the top line for Manchester United in the past two. Well, that's just an indicator as to how Burnley might be able to counter-attack effectively. It's Arsenal increasingly searching for an opening goal. Now Fleming, none of those counter-attacking opportunities. Anthony. Gabriel to
Trying to position himself in front of the ball. Goes to the right again. A few minutes ago. Not releasing the ball.
Saka.
Will pick up a yellow card for that. Well, he maybe could have had that yellow a little bit sooner for that challenge, but he got away with it. And then it's almost like he really wanted it, Connor. Just laying on the ball, not letting it move or let Gabriel pick it up. You're going to get booked, and it's a bit senseless, really, because he's getting after the ball well, Hannibal. You want him to make tackles and put his foot in, and now he's got to be really careful with the timing. Burnley, who want to be aggressive, you can clearly see that tonight. They've got to hold the line. Certainly going down to 10 men would be a big issue for Mike Jackson's team. They're having a go though, aren't they? Definitely getting after the ball and trying to harass Arsenal and win tackles and pressurise when it's on. But they're having to do a lot of this where you're just sitting in shape. But it's stubborn. It's hard to break down. Manchester City fans looking onto the far. Will enjoy this during a team in sky blue. And hope that they can frustrate us. So this is kind of average though. Easy onside. Headed by Uefa. Rice arriving. Florentino's brave. This is Eze. Lovely technique. He was a long way out in Eze, but that was sharp. Well, he's one of the best at volume on the swivel that I've seen in the Premier League. He loves that rotation and just swings right or left foot. Just like a hot shot in the air. Does it really well, Eze.
Oh, way, hatari.
Tumeumana.
Saka hata kufunga.
Again, Burnley double up on Bukayo Saka. Oh, it's on the keeper. Any touch
Ilikuwa imepita.
Kyle Walker held his nerve for a moment there.
Saka katafunga bani.
I was expecting to see the
Kako
ball
sawa,
there.
kako
I
sawa.
thought it was behind the goal and it just dropped right in the back post. Played. Arsenal fans hoping for a big moment has come. They've already seen Trossard hit the post. Bruce. A step with a block. Arsenal get what they so often desire. A corner. That's better for me from Havertz. Just simple. Drive it and play it, commit him in the box, go for it. Here's the one from Saka earlier. I think everyone thought that was dropping behind the goal. Look at the ball just kind of skirts along that line, doesn't it? And it drops back in with the curl that he's put on it. Could have got it.
Nataka ifike na 30 ndio niekelee hii bed.
Ndio hatari.
Sina imefika hata niekelee. Nasitaki wafunge sasa.
Odegaard. Is it? Trossard to Saka to Mosquera. Chana. Mosquera, who went down inside the penalty area there. Interesting, twice now from this position. Arsenal haven't put the ball in the box from a corner. They've gone short. Not too sure why, to be honest, because I mean they're the biggest threat ever at floating that ball into certain areas all season. They've got big players on the pitch: Calafiore, Saliba, Gabriel. For me, at this point, get the ball in the box. Put that ball in the Burnley box as often as you can. It's surprising to see them go short. The always wonder is there a rope-a-dope element to that, and we go see long deliveries later on once Burnley maybe get used to seeing these shooting corners. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, no one cares about the perfect goal at this stage, do they? It's just get the ball in the back of the net any way you can. Any goal would be a masterpiece from Arsenal tonight. It would be remembered for decades. Here's a good shot for it. Of course, any Burnley goal would be seared into brains as well. Esteve.
Burnley wakicheza vizuri wanaweza tangulia kufunga bao.
He's been involved in so many high-profile tussles with Arsenal over the years, Kyle Walker. It's really neat and tidy for Christian Mosquera.
Significance that touches in the opposition box, but it is meaningless if the stat at the top left is 0-0.
Saka will be back into the guard. Florentino with the interception. This is Fleming with very few options there. So Fleming, as soon as that's the last, they were working so hard to cover all options. This is Gabriel. Clever ball for Kai Havertz. It's still Saka's right to the penalty area by Lucas Perez. The on-field decision is no penalty.
Well, straight away, the referee said no pen, and where I'm sat, it looked like he just about got his foot the right side there. Perez, bizarre decision from his step, wasn't it? I mean, to just leave that ball, it looked like he could have cut it out, to be honest, the Burnley centre-back. In that situation, there's no doubt you just cut that ball out, you don't allow it across your 6-yard box, and Saka very nearly got the wrong side.
Saka's only just got back to his feet. The new assistant referee tonight is James Burnley. Will be looking at the replays of all these in the background. What a huge moment.
I mean, it's very difficult to see from that angle. I mean, Perez just gets his foot across. Oh. I don't know if he does get much of the ball, but I don't think he gets that much of Saka either. Tiny bit of contact, and then Saka follows through and almost kicks his standing foot, but what's a difficult one.
A reach from Perez.
Yeah.
There is a hard-stopping delay here, but no penalty. Check complete, and that's what Mikel Arteta thinks of that.
Yeah, it did look bad, and because he's the wrong side completely, I just think that maybe Perez has the right to own that space as well. Saka's not in there, they kind of arrive at the same time. But coming from behind, I can see from his position in the technical area, it certainly looked like a penalty.
Lucas Perez didn't go off his feet, but certainly helped his case as well. And he was in control of the stretch. However, there's no doubt we've got a first big talking point to be.
I think if he gives it on field, I'm not sure it ggets overturned, Connor.
Here is the entrance inside. Calafiore, interesting turn. Arsenal with the post. They've got a big penalty claim. Now Martin Odegaard has spotted a very important line.
Yeah, who else would you want than him in this situation? On his left foot, the ball's coming with a little bit of pace. I mean, it's deflected off with Kuchukwu. He spins it behind. It probably was just about hitting the target, but you would fancy it to find a different part of the goal there, Martin Odegaard, and put that in the back of the net.
He's only scored once in the Premier League this season. It's another gigantic moment for Arsenal as the pressure cooker just builds and builds.
Sawa, nikawie bro.
Siwezi.
Nikawie.
Arsenal wamepata na ingia hivi na wanafunga. Na ni Saka ama ni nani?
Nikai Havertz.
Ama ni Trossard. Au ni mwingine huyo hata hivi.
Preferred to Gyökeres in the team.
Ilikuwa kona. Sasa ndo kufunga kona. Sasa ndo kufunga kona ni Saka.
Arsenal decide to put it in the box. First couple was short. Couldn't understand why. When you've got this kind of attacking threat that goes for the ball and how well drilled they are, you just want to test Burnley.
Sasa ndo ilikuwa kona unapanga wa deadly.
Certainly do that here. It's a brilliant header.
Itatoa over 2.5 hivi. Mpatia Arsenal ifunge bao 3 sasa.
Classic Arsenal set piece corner. Puts them in front.
Kai Havertz has now scored 5 goals against Burnley in 7 games against them. Now more goals against Burnley in his Premier League career as any other team.
Imeisha hivi. Sasa ndio ashafunga.
Just when
Imeisha
they were
hivi.
getting worried,
Burnley wanaweza rudi.
what a massive blow.
Juzi walitangulia kufungwa.
Burnley wako huko namba last bana, watawiko laizaje?
You just get
Patembo wako huko namba last.
That cause problems, and that corner, the flight of the ball was absolutely spot on.
another Arsenal goal from a corner.
That puts them top now, doesn't it? I mean, Spurs were equal, weren't they? Now they're the most corners ever in a Premier League season, Arsenal.
Jonah. And Declan Rice wasn't taking any chances there. It's a corner to Burnley.
I was just thinking how long
Wanakwanga
this game
wanoma kwa
could
kona.
be before it starts to get really edgy. Certainly to half-time would be
Na
concerning.
nilisema huyu Saka huyu
1-0
atasumbua.
at this stage.
Yeye amepiga hiyo kona.
Arsenal just got to refocus now a little bit. Do the simple things well. Don't concede before half-time.
Arsenal supporters singing their favourite song. One appeal to the Arsenal.
Haijai?
Jordan Sebi wasn't able to get up. Even Chukwu could only help it to Raya. Finally, a committed players forward here. Declan Rice asks too much of Saka.
And certainly tested Vice's touch there, didn't he? Florentino wrapped that ball into him right in front of his goal. It was a good first touch from the goalkeeper.
After the near misses of recent years, is this Arsenal team forged differently? They've not had it all their own way. But these players sticking to the task. A campaign that Arsenal kept control of. Now can they keep control of this game? Anthony will be brought back. Whistle blown by the referee.
Now that he heard the whistle.
Can hardly hear yourself thinking it.
I know. I said it was going to go off in here if Arsenal scored, and it certainly did. There's the foul, just a shove. I mean, Eze certainly makes the most of it. There's no doubt that there's 2 arms from Anthony. Gives Eze a little shove in the back.
When Burnley did beat Arsenal that last time in the Premier League, they went behind in it. Came back to win, having been 1 goal down. When Burnley last won a Premier League game at Palace in February, they came back from 1-0 down to win. It's been the only time they've done it this season, though. Here is Declan Rice.
It is so hard to keep a team like Arsenal at bay when you're having so little of a ball that Burnley are experiencing here.
Sciarra, good first touch. Calafiori really whips that at Kai Havertz. Odegaard. One foot off the other, but shots too far in front of its intended target.
He's had a few nearly there from that position, hasn't he? 2 or 3 in the first half, Odegaard. Just a tiny A bit too much weight on that pass, but Arsenal picking up some really interesting positions, I must say. Havertz pulling out wide, and we've got Calafiori arriving in the box. There's a lot of interchange. Maybe because Burnley are just sat in so stubborn that they're just trying to move them about to create space.
Mtu haina pesa. Over 2.5 kieka na mia irejeshi pesa yako.
Ulikuwa umewekea gani?
Ndo nilikuwa naangalia kuweka.
Pesa yako haijaenda.
Haina odds yani. Over 2.5 haileti pesa nzuri.
Remaining after the break. It's Gabriel. Saka. This is his range. It was bending closer and closer the nearer it got to the target.
Just leaning back, just waiting for this ball to bend into the net. That is not far away. Beautiful angle. Clearly just trying to hit that far post. It's nearly there.
He is hopping up and down constantly. Mikel Arteta. Nothing decided yet.
Yeah, everyone. He needs this the most, doesn't he? Arteta. I mean, it is. This title is everything. Like I say, 6-7 years of work to be in this position. It's desperate for it to happen.
The blood, sweat and tears that have gone in to getting Arsenal where they are right now. Havertz to Saka. He tried to shuffle it onto Odegaard. Appealing, I think, for a handball. Referee emphatically says no. The assistant referee, as always, will look at an incident like that in the background. This is Jadon Anthony. It's a quick check complete from the officials. No penalty, all men on 20 off, but it's in a natural position. Into stoppage as we go. A couple of minutes to be added on ahead of half time here. Here is Axel to Nzimi.
Yeah, then look, accidental just spun up off his foot, arm in natural position. Not a penalty.
Axel to Nzimi has never been on the winning side in a game against Arsenal in his career. So it's his 6th attempt.
Sambasia bana.
Kama ni customer care. Jana ulipewa credit mpaka tena yangu.
Jana imechukuliwa na Okoa. Nilikuwa na Okoa ya pale.
Si Okoa tena.
Bado so. Kutoka Januari.
Unaokoleaga na unapitia
Kutoka
ndani
Januari. Kutoka hiyo Okoa nimekaa nayo kutoka Januari.
Ishaenda kwa simu yangu.
Unaweza sambaza? Naweza sambaza. Nisambaze uone.
Ishaingia kwa simu. Ikae hapo. Ameniambia anapewa 22,000.
Bana, hizi ni pesa mingi. Hizi ni pesa mingi.
Anthony. Plenty space for Kyle Walker. Chowder. Suddenly Arsenal fans want to hear that half-time whistle. And with much relief for
Half-time.
Successful hit the post. Penalty appeal to
Ateta amechelewa hata anataka kushika hii.
try, and Kai again. Are Arsenal on the cusp of greatness? Emirates. It's going well for Mikel Arteta's team so far. Arsenal won Burnley nil.
Way to one of those 2 wins that would guarantee the Premier League title. And no real surprise that on this big night it came from a corner. An 18th goal this season from that particular area of the pitch. And that Kai Havertz header at the moment is a big one. This coverage is the EPL brought to you by Betcha, the #1 app for betting on football in New Zealand. Our 18 bet responsibly. The Blackburns are back in England, and so is Sky Sports.
Wicket, catch, and 6. 3 ODIs and 3 T20s. The Whitebirds Tour of England. First T20 for the on Sky Sports. Bust up premieres 27th of May on Sky Open. I'm Forrest Gillette.
Simu na tanga inahitaji kweli.
On a
Na sasa inaisha moto haraka na mimi nataka kuenjoy.
Uipatiange hata time.
Imagine if this was your child. What would you do? You'd do everything you could to make it right. It's amazing thing to see.
Fans across century stories. Wednesdays and on Apple Planet.
Think paradise. Think indoor-outdoor living. Think Alan Cumming.
Join me as I search for the best paradise homes across the world. How's that?
You look good in the window, Alan. Wow.
Fishing. It's their house and they're very happy here, and I've got to just shut up. Create acoustic. It's one of these days when I really like my job. I love I get to snoop around people's houses.
Alan Cumming's Paradise Homes. Saturday, 8:30 on Living.
How you feeling?
Like I'm hanging off the side of a damn castle.
Hii movie ni kali. Discovery. Only on Discovery.
A reputation as being very good at dealing with the bad.
Because we're scaring everyone from going anywhere.
There's like a crouching figure right there. Is there anyone here with me?
When you go to a location, but what happens when the ghost fears something else?
There's the paralyzing doll. Note to self. Don't carry it back there.
No way.
Expedition X starts Tuesday, May 26th on Discovery.
Our story begins.
Arsenal wanataka kupepa Premier League, bro. Alafu apepe Champions League. Si huyu jamaa atajiona. Sasa atajiona aende kusema.
Kwanza lazima atajisikia.
Ina umeteremsha sana ndo kwa.
Aliman.
Hizi rime ni kweli walikuwa wanadiscover ama ni wazungu wanatengeneza wakituleta kutudanganya?
Kuna kitu kama evolution.
Hakuna, si ndio?
Tumekuwa
Si ni vitu wanafanya wanachonga wenyewe. These guys. Karaki pinakuanga na nguvu.
Hello everybody and welcome to today's match.
Emirates Stadium, wana vile imejengwa. Emirates Stadium. Kamejengwa ile okay. unacheza game. Hiyo simu yako inapumzika kweli?
They did mix it up with a couple of short ones first. With forward goal. They did. We're just talking up there. I think it was 6 corners and 5 of them were short ones. And these early ones, I know they scored against Newcastle on the 3rd corner. It just was maybe just a little bit overly intricate for me. That one was a finish with a shot on goal. This one didn't quite work out. Mascara now on that right hand side. He hasn't been quite as effective. You would expect that Ben White not being available. And you really would expect to see this ball come in the box. And because that was intricate, I think the fans got out of them a little bit, Michael. And then this one, look, what a wonderful header out.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to change it up, aren't they? We mentioned the 3 corners. They scored on the 3rd short corners against Newcastle. They scored on that 3rd one. And this is the 3rd one of the game as well today. And it's very, very simple. Everybody marking space from a Burnley point of view. It's zonal. And Havertz took all that space. Look, 8 players, including the goalkeeper in the 6-yard line. And when the ball comes in, Havertz gets an uninterrupted. The only players on the penalty box really were getting blocked. Everybody else is getting free runners. But Havertz just strolls in. And all those intricate corners they've done all year. And then the short corners they've done in recent times. This is the most basic of them all. There's no blocking. There's no nobody chips it into the 6-yard box. Havertz gets really high. You know, gets all the momentum of a free run. And all of a sudden that's
The short corners, they're hypnotising. And there's no really picking up. And I mean, obviously that is a really poor goal to concede, but very important goal for Arsenal.
Absolutely, and record goal 18 from corners, the most in any Premier League season. Before then, could Arsenal have a penalty?
Well, we've looked at it a number of times, and what concerns me is that Saka is full on goal here. And you look at it, Saka wants the ball and mess it up, because it's the wrong side of the then is the wrong side of the forward. And I think he puts a foot out for Saka to kick against. And that's out comes the foot there, and he kicks against it. He's got nowhere near the ball there. So, for me, that's a foul.
Yeah, I think that option honestly got it right. He's never going to change. No matter what the decision on field, he's never going to change. Because some people will look at that and say yes, and some people will say no. I'm 100% probably yes. He wasn't because the man got the ball at all. And prevented Saka from having a free shot as well. So I think it's just
Okay, let's ask the Arsenal legend Aaron Ramsey at the Emirates. One of our teams tonight. What do you think of the transfer?
Saka saa amerudi form.
Saka anacheza ba. Kijana ni hatari.
Anaundwa na Real.
Nakumbuka alikuwa amechezewa mbaya, ingekuwa hata pena. Ona hiyo wanarudia.
Hawataki kupatiwa vitu za bure.
Saka amechezewa vibaya, ingekuwa pena hiyo.
Indeed. Thank you very much indeed for now, Aaron. We'll speak to you after the game. Arsenal halfway there. The goal coming 2 minutes after that penalty appeal from Kai Havertz. Mikel Arteta with his penultimate Premier League team talk at half-time of the season. They are stretching out. They're smelling it. They are a goal to the good.
Arteta alisema hata haiva mshika.
Havangi. Pengine ndo uroki wake.
Sijai mwona na mshiki. kama kakachaja.
Kwani chaji umeomba? Ni chaji yake ama?
Nasema hii simu ya nini? Simu nyingine. Ya game iko sawa.
Inakuanga na shida ya chaja.
Substitution on the field. Number 20. Coming on the field is number 5. Kane.
After we begin, over 300,000 years ago, in a world where only the brave, resourceful, and lucky survived. When I think about how risking was, it is just astonishing. But our past is far more extraordinary than you could ever imagine, because we were not the only human species. Who were these other humans? And how were we connected to them? Walking the footsteps of our ancestors who against all odds shaped our future. Ritual, language, art, they have changed the world. How did we become the only species of human who exists across the globe? This is us. This is
Please join me in wishing all the best for members of our fan club celebrating their wedding anniversary.
I don't know if it's fate or destiny, but I'm meant to see it together.
Movie wana acting mpaka wakikulana bro. Inakuanga ukweli ama ni forgery? Movie. Wana acting mpaka wanakulana bro. Watu wa kamera wakapitia. Na rekodi aje mwingine akikula mwingine. All in the name of acting.
Yeah, the 18th corner goal of this season is as if it was. Can they go on? I can't believe this.
Amerudi. Anataka hii kikombe mbaya sana. Naona hana mchezo, amemaanisha.
Title to North London. The next 20 days bring beauty to it. And there's a dizzying excitement. And that's the sort of up and under gusto that's strong.
Angalia mpira.
Watafunga.
Restart from the right is put to any
Bao.
Wala ingeingia ingeangaliwa kwa VR kama hiyo ni faul ama si faul.
Hey, wataka kufunga mapema, ni faulu.
They've already had more than any other team in the Premier League this season. There's also a side that has been able to
Saka ameanza kiatu.
Na kusukuma mtu.
So Burnley, they did give it a go in the first half. Can they continue in that vein? Their last away game before they return to the Championship. Burnley are going to host fellow relegated side Wolves on Sunday. So that is, I guess, one last swing against the elites here. One last chance to spoil the Burnley before they head towards the exit. Fleming did well to win it in the air. Anthony onto Perez. Jaden Anthony. Was he arrested his ground well? That's a very strong defender. Odegaard was covered.
Sasa wamepata bao, watakubali bao, waweze kubali wafunge.
Jonah beaten by Calafiore. Walker. Fleming to Hannibal. Anthony to Lucas Perez.
Mimi najua hii bao itatoka over 2.5.
Delighted to have the lead, but also aware nothing is guaranteed yet.
From Rice, it's been pretty steady. I think Arsenal will want to make an impression early in this second half and just take the jeopardy out of this game. It's still only 1-0, but it's that score high. Anything can still happen.
Absolutely. Successful scorer Havertz moves it to Saka. Odegaard. Rice. Stopped at the edge of the area. Good work again from the square. Saliba chaperoning Fleming, and the presence of the striker has forced the Frenchman to put out for a Burnley throw.
Well, he certainly carries a presence, doesn't he, Fleming? I will say that. I think he comes to life when the ball's wide. I think he runs across the face of defenders. He's good in the air. He's had to scrap for very little in this game for Burnley, let's face it. They barely had the ball.
Chavez in pursuit, but it was always carrying through to David Raya. So that is David Raya's 15th appearance, and it's been a very busy campaign for him. 27 clean sheets in all competitions.
That's pretty special, isn't it?
Hang on a minute, Jaden Anthony getting in ahead of Saliba. This is back to help the defence. Anthony goes for the top corner himself. Just a little reminder for Arsenal that they've got to keep their mind on the job.
Yeah, it's just a loose pass. Rice into Eze. He reacts really well because he realises the mistake, and Anthony can't quite find that top corner. Just as he arrives in the box here, Fleming, there's a collision there. I think the ball is pretty much past them at that point, and any kind of coming together there is not really of any consequence.
Just see the scare there for Arsenal. Kyle Walker with an important header in front of Leandro Trossard. Hannibal, fouled by Gabriel. Tonight the 31st time that Kyle Walker has played against Arsenal in his career. Scored for Arsenal a long, long time ago, back in his Spurs days, back in 2011.
Kuna mtu alikuwa strategically hapo.
Angalia hapa. Wakasie hii nani? Arsenal.
The first Burnley player to hit double figures in Premier League goals in the season since Chris Wood.
Kama watafungwa 3-4. Wako wajinga sana wakipata boli, wajui kupeana pasi. Funga. Jinapata mpira badala kupeana pasi ya muhimu. Bora mtu amepiga yani. Hali tumbo imeangalia. Yoyo. Hebu weza afunge.
What I like about this is no nonsense, it's one touch, touch the ball, get it in the box, see what happens, and he finds there's a, I think I've got a volley into the ground, maybe a little flick off the fingertips there as well.
It's not been given us a corner. Now, it might be, if you get really forensic about it, might be a case that it should have been. Second goal for Arsenal will bring such comfort. It's really dampen the spirits of Burnley. One goal, one goal, everything remains possible.
But ba nani pia wanacheza kwa bani.
Double figures for attempts in the game tonight.
Sasa hiyo ni pasi gani? Na kwa peke yake na mpira.
Ndo anawezi wengine.
Bure kabisa. Yoyo. Eza atafunga. Atafuta bao.
Amejikonga kwa kichwa ya huyu player. Ya kwa beka. Sasa ilikuwa ndani.
Difficult to control. Sliding in with his ball.
Sasa nangoja nini? Sasa ni watu wa kungoja tunarudisha mpira nyuma.
He could cause a problem, Fleming. Any kind of cross into the box, his movement's great.
Given away by Russia.
Ona. Piga kwa gorofa huko.
Burnley remind Arsenal that this ain't over yet.
He just had a little bit too much time here. Too much time to think, almost starts into the ball. He's winding it up to have a shot. Maybe just put a little bit too much power into that and not enough precision.
Burnley haven't scored in either of the last two games against Arsenal.
Ndio unaongoza wenzako kwa mkutano hapa. Ongozana kwa mkutano hapa kwa nini?
Switches off and his opposition Carl Walker, so experienced.
Odegaard. Oscar under pressure from out of him. A certain touch by Gabriel too, but Declan Rice keeps everything at bay. Still plenty of energy for Burnley.
And as though Rice is just controlling the area in front of the two Arsenal centre-backs, and you just feel so much safer when he's in and around there. He didn't slip up to any mistakes, he just drops into those holes so instinctively.
Florentino, who's tackling stats happy with the first of the season, he's never most of all Burnley players. He gives away the free kick on this occasion. Declan Rice picks out Kai Havertz. Saka. Kept in by Lucas Perez. Rice. Odegaard.
Wana ingine ndio hiyo. Bao. Saka ni hatari. Saka akipata mpira. Wasiwasi.
Havertz scored in the first half, his sixth of this injury-disrupted campaign. Only his second goal in the Premier League, and as you can see, some North London fingernails are still being consumed. We are 2/3 of the way through the game. And I think that the